Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be talking about pricing. I've had a lot of people ask me about how I go about my services and how I go about charging people. So if you are interested, definitely stay tuned for this short video. So before I get into my pricing and things like that, guys, I just need to nip something in the bud that I've been noticing on my channel and my DMs and also on my Instagram and things like that. So I'm just going to say this. If you don't like my personality, if you don't like that I cuss, if you don't think that I'm professional, if you don't like me, get the fuck off my channel. I don't know how else to put it. I like that you guys take your time to comment on my channel. Like, you're giving me more views. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for taking out the time to post negative comments. I love it. They make me know that I'm doing my job like so well. But yeah, if you don't like me or anything like that, you can simply just click off of my channel. Like, you really can. And for all of the nail techs and nail tech instructors, I don't even know if you guys are really instructors, but you guys claim to be. And one thing that my instructor pointed out to me while I was in school is be yourself, okay? Don't be fake for any of these clients at all. Be who you are. Be true to yourself. Don't lie. Be who you are. Don't let these people make you act a certain way, make you act differently, get you out of character. You know why? Because at the end of the day, all you have is yourself, and all you have is your dignity, and all you have is your pride, and all you have is your word. So with my instructor telling me that and me looking at the profession that I work in, I'm not going to sugarcoat shit, and I'm not going to act a certain way so I can get certain clientele. Like, if you don't like me, then you don't like me, and that's just how it's going to be. I'm not going to be fake for any client or any person at all. I know there's a certain time and place for cussing. I am very professional when it comes to doing nails when I am working. I have clientele that ranges from like middle school all the way to 80 years old. You think that I'm going to cuss with my 14-year-old client or my 70-year-old client? Like, no. If I'm cool with my client, like, certain clients see different versions of me, but it's still me. I'm not having to get all the way out of character, acting like a completely different person just to please my client. Like, if my client doesn't like me, if a regular client, then they probably just don't need to be with me. So I'm not worried about not getting clientele or anything like that. I am true to myself. I'm going to be real about things. I'm going to talk about stuff on my channel because this is my channel and this is my space. This is my space. This is my space. This is my YouTube channel. So I'm going to talk about whatever I want, how the fuck I want to talk about it. And you can either like it or you may not like it. And that's okay because you have an opinion and I have my own opinion as well. But when it comes to my YouTube channel, I know that it's not a typical professional type of, oh, you're going to put the bead right here and you're going to do, like, no. It's just not that type of channel. I'm not that type of person. I can be very professional. I have held classes. I have degrees. Like, I can be very professional, be true to myself, and people are going to love me for that. I'm not going to get out of character so people can like me. Either you're going to like me and take me as I am, or you're not going to take anything at all. I hope that covers everything. I think, let me think. Yeah, that covers just about everything. I'm sorry if you get upset that I cuss on my YouTube channel or you don't like my personality, but you guys are getting the raw, nitty-gritty me. You're just getting me. I'm not being fake. I'm not being anything other than Anasha Ayara. That's who I am. That's who I'm sticking to. I ain't changing for nobody to make anybody else comfortable because people aren't going to change for me to be comfortable. Like it or not, stay on the channel or click off, whatever make you happy. But that's just how things are going to be on this channel. And then also, I've been getting a lot of comments from nail techs and instructors about me talking about the industry. There's this quote in the industry where a lot of nail techs, cosmetologists, makeup artists, lash techs, estheticians, a lot of people will say the game is sold, not told. But guess what? It's tell $3.99 over here. I don't understand why in this community people feel like, you know, it's all competition. Like, there's, you know how many people have hands in this world that have fingernails? Like, competition, like, we all can eat, we all can win, we all can get good clientele, we all can learn from one another. Like, somebody that has been in the game for 40 plus years can learn something from me fresh out of nail tech school, and it has happened. Like, we all can win. I don't understand why in this community people are like, it's competition. It's not competition. You're only in competition with yourself, if we're being really honest. I know I said that this video is going to be very short, but now that I'm thinking about it, it might be on the longer side because I'm now thinking about pricing and everything like that. There are some things that I kind of do want to touch on that I think a lot of people should know about in the nail industry that I've also noticed myself working as a nail tech. When it comes to pricing, personally, I used to work in the nail shop, so I really didn't have to come up with pricing for myself because my nail shop did that. Granted, when it comes to my artwork, that's where nail techs have more say so in how much they want to charge. Like, personally, when it comes to my artwork, my freehand drawing, I charge $1 per minute. For my artwork that I like, my paintings and things that you see on my nails, my portraits and things, I charge it. Me personally, I feel like I'm worth $1 a minute, so I charge $1 a minute for nail art. But in the beginning, I didn't charge $1 per minute for my painting artwork. It just really depends on you. So when it comes to your artwork, you as a nail tech will have to say, how much do I feel like I'm worth? How much do I feel like my work is worth? And you'll think of a price and be like, that's a little too high. Then you probably too high. But also, like, don't lowball yourself, guys, because there's been times where when I first started and my salon was like, you should have charged her like $200 for those nails, but I only charged her $100. So when you're starting off, like, your prices may be a little off. You may be lowballing yourself. You may be charging people more than what you should. But once you've been doing it for a hot little minute, you'll kind of see like, okay, this is how much I feel I'm worth. This is how much nails are going for in my community. And this is how much I feel I'm valued in the community. Excuse me. So when it comes to my prices, like I said, I used to work in the nail salon. So if I were to do nails outside of the shop, I would stick with my shop prices and how they go about things, but I would tweak it a little bit different if I was working independently. One of the reasons why I would change the prices compared to the shop versus home, I would be a lot cheaper at home. One of the reasons why I would be cheaper at home is because I'm not cutting my money. I'm not splitting my money with the shop. Most shops are 60-40. So that means the nail tech gets 60% and the nail salon gets 40%. So a lot of the times when you guys are coming in and you're paying 2 to 3 higher up prices when it comes to your nails, a lot of the times we're charging you guys that much is so that we can still get our cut of how much we should make off of that set, because we literally have someone taking almost half of what we are making on that service. So we have to still make sure like we get paid how much we feel we're worth, because the shop is still going to take their portion. So you have to take that into consideration, versus if I'm working independently, I don't have to cut a check for anybody. I get 100% profit. So of course my prices are going to be cheaper if I were to work at home versus working in the nail salon where somebody is in my pockets. So when it comes to the basics, like full set starts at $35. I charge for length and shape. I charge for coffin and stiletto or $5 extra. Anything longer than a medium length is $5 extra. Anything longer than extra long, I charge on $5. So if you want an extra long stiletto nails, that would be an additional $15 on just the shaping and the length. And then that's not including if you wanted decals, if you wanted colored acrylic, that's just from the shaping and from the length. That's $15 extra if you wanted an extra long stiletto from me. I don't use gel polish. When it comes to my decals and things like that, it really just depends on the style, guys. When it comes to my services, it's really hard to have just a baseline of, okay, this is how much this is going to be. This is how much this is going to be, because I do artwork. If it's just the basics like a manicure or a basic gel full set, and I don't do gel, so that wouldn't even be in the question. But if it's just something basic like that, then okay, that's understandable. But when it comes to artwork and things like this, I literally quote each person on each set. I look at it and say, okay, well, she has 3 ombre nails and she has rhinestones on all of them on one finger, and then she has an A drawn on her finger, and then she has a snake drawn on her finger, and then she has encapsulated weed on her thumb and her pinky finger. And then you have to also look like, okay, they're all stiletto, and then you have coffin shape. Like, I look at whatever they're trying to get done, because a lot of the times my clients will come to me with a nail idea and they're like, I want something quote close to this, and I'll give them a quote on how much I think that design is worth if they were to come to me. So yeah, like this set for instance, I'd have to write it down on like how much it would be, because they're different lengths and things like that. Plus you have to consider, like, I have weed in my nails. Are you providing that? Am I gonna have to provide that? Things like that are gonna have to come into consideration also. But when it comes to my pricing, I have a baseline of like the removal, how much a removal is, how much a full set is, how much ombres are, a colored acrylic full set is, encapsulating nails. I have a baseline price for that. But when it comes to more artwork, I more so quote people more so than just saying like, okay, this is how much that is going to be. I more so quote styles than having a strict price line. So someone that may come to me with requesting like something like this.
So while editing this video, I cut out a lot of information because I wasn't really sure if I should be letting you guys in on the little secrets that do go on within the beauty industry, especially at salons. One thing that I will take note of and will say though, I'll probably make another video about it, but one thing I will say is if you guys are going to any salon, for the most part, salons are contractors. So the people that you are going to in those salons are not employees. So the prices that you see, the base prices that you see in nail salons are the base prices. But depending on which contractor, nail tech that you go to will determine your end price. So if a nail tech charges for cuticle work, shaping, and length, then you'll be charged that. Now, if you go to another nail tech in that same salon and they don't charge for cuticle work and shaping, your price will be different, and that's okay, because with the nail salon, we're all contractors. So whatever we feel we're worth is how much we'll charge. Somebody may charge you $75 for a full set versus somebody that may charge you $60. It goes based off of the nail tech and how much they feel they're worth. So that's why you'll go into a salon and one day you'll pay a certain price for the exact same thing that you're coming in for 2 weeks later, and it'd be a different price, because we're not employees, we're all contracted. We just work in the same place. So that's one thing that you guys have to really take into consideration when you are going into these nail salons, for the people that aren't nail techs, is that the pricing is really up for the nail tech. Like, we have the base prices of that nail salon, but it depends on the contractor, which is the nail tech, when it comes to how much they're going to charge you. So I was thinking about making a video about that. It gets deeper than just the individual contractors. I'm very iffy about talking about that, but if I get enough people that want to hear about the real truth on when it comes to charging people, definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I'll definitely post a video about it. But I'm gonna let you guys know for a fact that you probably aren't going to be happy with what you hear about the nail industry, but I feel that people should know so they get an idea of what they're getting themselves into.
Me requesting something like this, then I would look at it and be like, okay, the length of them, the shape of them, how many rhinestones are on them, the artwork also you have to take into consideration. So that's just how I personally go about my pricing. My pricing is a lot different than most nail techs, but I personally just quote each person. You ask me what you want done, I think about, okay, well, how much is a full set, the length, the shape, and then when it comes to artwork, I also take that in consideration. But yeah, guys, when it comes to my pricing and things, I literally quote each person that I talk to so I can know what they want done. Another thing that has helped me in the nail industry is asking what people's caps are. And what I mean by like asking what somebody's cap is, like, how much do you want to spend today? Like, okay, if someone will come to me and say like, okay, I only want to spend $100. Okay, so if I have a budget of $100, well, we can do this, we can do that. We can't do this because this is an extra $5 or $10, or, you know, like, since length and shape are included, and like I said in the beginning of the video, an extra long stiletto is an extra $15. So do you want to still have that length? Like, I really consultate my clients before we get started. But like I said, when it comes to my pricing, I legitly just quote people on whatever style they want. I do have a baseline of how much my ombres are, how much my full sets are, how much my sculpts are, how much my sculpted tips are. I have sculpted tips. These are sculpted tips right here. They look just like forms, but they're tips. I have a baseline, but when you get into the artwork, that's more so up for discussion, because it just depends on the nail tech and how they feel they are worth, and how much you feel your artwork is worth. So I hope that answers your question when it comes to like how I go about pricing. It really just depends on you as a nail tech, how you personally feel, how much you're worth. Also look into your community, see how much nails are going for in your area, because a full set in Las Vegas may be going for $30 average, but let's say like Kansas City, it's going for $15. Like, you want to still be in the range of your nail salons and things like that you're around, so that when people do come to you, that you don't have a drastic your pricing isn't too drastic compared to the area that you live in. So take that in consideration. So take in how much you feel you're worth. Only you will know how much you feel you're worth. Look into your area, see how much nails typically go for in your area, so you can kind of get an idea. I recommend people trying to get a baseline of just like how much a full set is, how much an ombre would be, how much rhinestones on one nail would be for like if you wanted a full nail or a half a nail. Just the baseline, just get a baseline price list. But then when it comes to the artwork, like how I said, when it comes to my drawing, I charge $1 a minute. You can charge $2, you can charge 50 cents. It's really up to you. But I really feel like if you just have a baseline price of how much you want to charge people, you'll get an idea of how much things would cost once you start adding on the artwork. It'll be easier to quote people, and it will take some time also, guys. I know a lot of you guys are starting off doing nails and you're just like, dang, I don't know how much to charge people. I've been doing nails as a licensed nail tech now 6 months now, and from starting to now, like, I'm very comfortable in quoting people. Don't lowball yourself either. Know your worth. If you feel like someone may not know, don't lowball yourself. Sometimes there will be clients that will be like, oh, well, my nail girl does this. Well, go to your nail girl then. Don't come to me. Like, clients will try to lowball you. don't fall into it. Like, know your worth. I've had that happen to me one time, but it happens. Like, really, like, I'm like, dang, are my prices too expensive? No, at this point in time, like, being 6 months in and having to deal with all the bullshit that I've dealt with, like, I've got some thick skin. I'm sticking to my prices, and if you don't like them, you can go to somebody else, and if you don't like them, then come on, we can talk. What you want to do on your nails, sweetheart? Like, that's how I'm going about things. Like, don't let clients make you feel like your prices are too high at all. They're only doing that so to make you feel bad so you can do their nails. Some of you guys are slick out there. I know it. Don't let anybody tell you what your worth is. You know how much your worth is. So I hope I answered you guys' questions on pricing for your services. If you do have any more questions regarding pricing and services that I didn't touch on, or something that was confusing, definitely let me know in the comment section below. If you guys want me to touch on anything else, do another type of video on anything other than pricing, like regarding transferring your license or how to find a school, definitely also let me know. I can give you some information on that. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching this video.